Artistic Director and founder of the Cantilon Choral Program. I am so honored and frankly overwhelmed at the number of you here to welcome all of you today, to hear these wonderful young singers perform and to help support the work we do to make our world full of sunny days. How many of you could sing that whole song? That's what I figured. As we prepare to recognize the hard work our singers have done to prepare for today's concert, we'd also like to recognize the importance and hard work of the people on whose land we work and sing. I'd like to invite one of our young singers, Ava Moran, to help with this.
We recognize that Robertson-Wesley United Church is on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. We respect the many nations of Indigenous people who walked these lands for centuries. We honor the truth of our history and promise to work towards repairing the wounds of the past and the spirit of reconciliation.
Thank you, Ava. As the choirs are moving into their places, they did that really fast. I'd like to share just a little background about these amazing choirs. This is our 23rd season. Children of the children who I first taught, who started in our first season, who are now on stage. One of our conductors sings in our women's choir with someone she taught in grade 1. In many ways, we have grown up and grown together as a community. We are so fortunate to gather to sing. We are so fortunate to live in a world where we can love those who we choose, where we can worship how we choose or if we choose, where we can learn in safe spaces, wake up safe from the threat of war, and choose the villages that help to raise our children. These messages, and many more, were the messages of Sesame Street. For many of the big kids in this afternoon's audience, the music we sing will be a walk down memory lane. For the littler kids on stage, and that includes my teenagers in chamber choir, preparing these songs was an introduction to a whole new songbook. Most of them had never heard these songs. So now, as we get ready to sing some really fun songs, if you have to sing along or tap your toes, you're really allowed to, okay? Just so you know. I have a guest, we have lots of special guests in this concert. The first one is about to take his way onto the stage, our very special guest, all the way from Sesame Street. Here is, please welcome, the Cookie Monster.
Now, what begins with the letter C? Cookie begins with the letter C. Let's think of other things that begin with the letter C. Ah, who cares about other things?
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C.
You know what? A round cookie with one bite out of it looks like a C. A round donut with one bite out of it also looks like a C. But it is not as good as a cookie. Oh, and the moon sometimes looks like a C.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C.
Thank you, Cookie Monster. I think we're going to need someone in our neighborhood to do a little cleaning after that. As our kinder singers are getting ready to sing, I just wanted to give you a few little housekeeping details. First of all, if you have phones that beep, buzz, whir, dingle, dongle, turn them off, please. There are bathrooms in this building. The men's bathroom is upstairs, so guys, upstairs, you're in luck. The women's bathroom is downstairs. You can figure it out after that. We have a raffle going on. I think the raffle is not yet sold out, although it was pretty close the last time I looked. That raffle will be online until 3:30, will be your last chance to buy raffle tickets. Here's what you could win in our fantastic raffle. Third prize, 2 tickets to the best, absolutely the best Christmas concert in Edmonton this season, the Cantilon Choir's Christmas concert. Second prize is a set of books, absolute gems of children's books that any library is incomplete without. And our first prize is a limited edition Sesame Street Lego set. Thanks very much to Alex McPherson for the generous donation of these raffle items. In order to purchase the raffle tickets, you need to scan the QR code. If you're not sure how to do that, and you're a parent, and you receive these MailChimps, go back and find the last MailChimp. There's a handy little button on it. That's what I have to do all the time. I can never figure out who sent the last email, so I just search. The Kinder Singers are ready to sing. In the past 2 years, we haven't had a Kinder Singers program. It's been a tough time for all of us. We are thrilled to have 2 Kinder Singers programs working this year, one in St. Albert and one in Edmonton. I want to share with you one of the quotes that Amy shared with me after the dress rehearsal. This sums up pretty much what it feels like for them right now on this stage. This is my first time in a castle. So it's a good thing I'm singing here because I always wanted to sing in a castle. Welcome to Amy and to Shannon and the Cantilon Kinder Singers.
Thank you.
I have another Kindersinger's quote for you. I was at the opera last night, and I was reading these maybe just before things started. The opera was Tosca. It's a very serious opera. There's lots of death. And I was reading these incredibly sweet quotes from these incredibly sweet children. This is, hang on, I'll find it. Wait. Another quote. Oh, yes. Another one of them yesterday said, "Are these other kids just here all the time singing?" It's kind of hard to imagine because they saw so many kids singing. We are now going to share another one of the pieces that you will remember from way back in the day with Sesame Street. This one is the people in our neighborhood, the people in your neighborhood. And if you've watched Sesame Street over the years, you'll know that the people in the neighborhood changed multiple times. There were all kinds of people coming to share in the neighborhood. Our neighborhood, our Cantilon neighborhood, includes our singers, our conductors and pianists, our staff, our board of directors, all of the parents of all of our singers, our volunteers, the congregation of Robertson-Wesley United Church, and then larger than that, it includes in Edmonton Opera, the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra, Richard Eaton Singers, Alberta Ballet, Pro Canada. These are all professional arts organizations that we partner with every season. And then, past that, our older choirs take our Cantilon community out, and our neighborhood extends to people around the province, people around the country, and then around the international choral community. We have a very large neighborhood. There are more special guests coming to join us for our next song, and 2 solos from the chamber choir. Please welcome Gavin McKenzie, Nakai Ellis, and a few of the other people in our neighborhood. Thank you very much. Now, I didn't hear very many of you singing along. I know you know that one. This is now our last call for the raffle. Yes? Last call for the raffle. We are going to have a few choristers wandering around with cash buckets, really fancy cash buckets. They are right here. Please come to the front, collect your cash buckets. These wonderful chamber choir choristers have a QR code. Sophie, hold up the QR code so they can see what it looks like. You can scan that with your phone. That's the thing. And then you can buy raffle tickets. They will also be accepting cash donations or checks if you have them. The money raised today supports our bursary program. This is important for everyone to understand. Our program often has the reputation of being an elite program. I can tell you from the 23 years I've been doing this work that the kids in this choir have as many difficulties in their lives as anyone you will meet. We just look really good on stage. And we support any child who wants to sing. Any child who has a heart for singing gets to participate in these programs. That's because of these fundraisers that we run. We have a bursary program that is 5 to 7% of the total tuition money we take in every year. We extend out as bursaries. We never turn a child or an adult away for financial reasons. I am very excited now to introduce our primary choir. I'm very excited to see the size of the primary choir. Again, last year we were running what we called our primary kinders mashup. This year we have actual primary choir, rehearsing in both St. Albert and in Edmonton. Victoria and Olivia have been working really hard with this group. They are going to sing 2 songs for us, both from Sesame Street, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon, and I Love Trash. Don't sing along with these ones. They've worked really hard, and I bet you don't know all the words to these ones. So, I Love Trash, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon.
On a rocket ship high in the
That was fantastic. As there are so many new faces and families in our audience today, I wanted to share again with all of you why this program exists. I seem to remember 23 years ago like it was yesterday. I truly do. But it occurs to me that as we have generations of children who have come through the program, now we also have generations of parents who may not have been around in those very first years when we were building the program, and it took a shoestring and a hope and a prayer to bring this choir program together. And I thought it might bear repeating why we exist. I have two guiding passions in my work with the choirs of the Cantilon choral program. The first passion we've already touched on, the passion to build community. A community where children, youth, and adults can learn and grow in safe and accepting spaces. To build a community that shares the knowledge that we are all in this together and that not one of us can exist without the strength and support of those around us. This is who we are. I am equally passionate about teaching and sharing the beauty, wonder, and spirit that is embodied in the choral art. I am driven by the desire to work at the highest level of excellence in all things related to music, music performance, and music education. This is what we do. When I was 22 years old, I lived and studied for a year in Hungary at the Kodály Pedagogical Institute. It sounds scary. It was. While this was one of the hardest times of my life, I recognize today that so very much of my life's work has been guided by what I learned at that school. Zoltán Kodály, the Hungarian teacher, composer, philosopher, and poet, wrote words that I, and all of us in the choral choir, Cantilon choir community, continue to live by. Only the best is good enough for children. I'm going to say that again because I think it's really important for you to hear. Only the best is good enough for children. In many parts of our world, we think, in many areas of our society even, there are people that think that they're just kids. It's good enough. It's not good enough. The best is what's good enough for children. Please know that these profound words are the guiding principle for the work we do with these choirs. The donations you give today help to ensure that the work we do at Cantilon choirs will continue to reach generation after generation of young singers. Your support is vital. Thank you so much for the donation you made at the door as you entered. Today's concert is one of two fundraising events we are hosting this season. Our second venture, now thinking past this one, will be presented in February at the Westbury Theatre. This will be a full production of the fantastic musical, A Day with Frog and Toad. How many of you are familiar with Frog and Toad? The Frog and Toad books. Okay, if you don't know the Frog and Toad books, you must go out and buy them. I have two friends here with me. I would like to introduce to you Frog and Toad. We're going to tell you a little story. This is called The Surprise. It was October. The leaves had fallen off the trees. They were lying on the ground.
I will go to Toad's house. I will rake all of the leaves that have fallen on his lawn. Toad will be so surprised.
Frog took a rake out of the garden shed. Toad looked out of his window.
These messy leaves they have covered everything. I will run over to Frog's house. I will rake all of his leaves. Frog will be very pleased.
Frog ran through the woods so that Toad would not see him. Toad ran through the high grass so that Frog would not see him. Frog came to Toad's house. He looked in the window.
Good. Toad is out. He will never know who raked his leaves.
Toad got to Frog's house. He looked in the window.
Good. Frog is not home. He will never guess who raked his leaves.
Frog worked hard. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon Toad's lawn was clean. Frog picked up his rake and started home. Toad pushed and pulled on the rake. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon there was not a single leaf in Frog's front yard. Toad took his rake and started home. A wind came. It blew across the land. The pile of leaves that Frog had raked for Toad blew everywhere. The pile of leaves that Toad had raked for Frog blew everywhere. When Frog got home, he said,
Tomorrow I will clean up the leaves that are all over my own lawn. How surprised Toad must be.
When Toad got home, he said,
Tomorrow I will get to work and rake all of my own leaves. How surprised Frog must be.
That night, Frog and Toad were both happy when they each turned out the light and went to bed. That pretty much sums up Frog and Toad. They're the best of friends, and they are the gentlest of people. I mean amphibians. We are now, thank you, Frog and Toad. We are now going to welcome Elaine Myrie, Megan Crane, and the children's choir to the stage. They are going to sing 2 songs for us, I Remember and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I remember
words. I would like to introduce now the Cantilon Chamber Choir. This group of singers has a very exciting year ahead. When the pandemic started, we were in the middle of planning a tour for my adult choir. We were headed to Belgium and we were going to have a lot of fun. And then we didn't. And touring hasn't happened now for a very long time. We are very excited that this young group of singers is going to have a chance to tour this season. We are working hard towards building a choir that will be ready to once again take to the international stage when we travel to Wales to attend the International Choral Eisteddfod in Llangollen, Wales. I have been to this festival several times with choirs. It's just so much fun. I cannot wait to show these amazing kids that amazing part of the world. I also can't wait for them to have the experience of hearing other kids who work as hard as they do with as much heart and as much passion as they do. That's something that's very, very rare. This is a very remarkable group of young people. I'm going to invite to the stage a few soloists. We have a soloist in the first song. Her name is Amelie McFinn. She will be joined by Aoife Linehan and Miranda Graff Olson. We are going to start with a song called From the Seed in the Ground. This is from a children's choir recording called The Duck in New York City by Connie Calder. Again, I highly recommend it if you don't know it and you have young children. A Duck in New York City it's called. This is just a lovely little piece, From the Seed in the Ground. That will be followed by a slightly more sophisticated piece of music. It's a folk song from Scotland, which is one of the places we're going to see this summer, called Will Ye Go, Lassie Go. That piece will feature soloist Cleo Harkis. And then we're going to finish with a song that I don't need to tell you the name of. You will all know it.
And
Thank you very much. One of the things that I think you can hear as you listen to the choirs is the progression of sophistication that happens in the music. We move from the very, very littles, and all we want them to do is get up here and be able to sing and share their stories with you, right up to this age where they're thinking about some very, very complex things. I told you we had some guests. We have another one. Don't be frightened. We have a very special guest to help our fantastic general manager, Sherry Steele. They are going to announce the winners of our raffle draw. Over to you.
Well, I have a very special friend here to help me announce the guests. Please join me, Mr. Count.
Wonderful to see you all. We have 3 wonderful prizes. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Now, the first one is we have 2 tickets to the Christmas at the Windsphere with Cantilon Choirs. And the winner is
Kathleen Johnston. Kathleen, if you're here, you can come find me at the end of the show. Okay.
moving on. We have 7 children's books. Wonderful. Okay, and the winner is Amy Neiden. And one more beautiful prize. It's my favorite place in the world, Sesame Street with Lego. And the winner is Clifford Clausen.
Thank you very much, Count, for that, for helping us announce our winners. And congratulations.
Thank you to the Count. We did not hold auditions for that role. If any of you feel like you'd like to audition for one of these sparkling solos in one of our concerts, we'll make sure to put out a wider call next time. Count and Cookie Monster, you've been amazing. We have one last song to share with you today. I would like just a quick reminder to all the parents of children in Kindersingers, primary choir, and children's choir to make sure that you sign your child out before leaving. We really need to know that they've gone home with a parent. And parents, there are a lot of children here, I know. Take home yours. Yeah, I know. I'll trade mine. No, I will not. No, I will not. Sorry, Emily and Sophie. That does not include chamber choir. If they're in chamber choir and we still need to sign them out, we're in a lot of trouble. So don't worry about them. I would also like to make special notice of our volunteers, Wendy Peters and Eleanor Hamelot in particular, for their fantastic decorating efforts this afternoon. They told me that there was going to be a rainbow of balloons, and I was skeptical. I would also like to thank the cookie crew, anyone who baked cookies. That also includes my mother, who made a lot of cookies this morning, cut out a lot of cookies, and bits of paper. There are still some cookies left for sale at the back as you're leaving. Think, school lunches happen tomorrow. And I'd also like to thank all the volunteers who made this afternoon's concert possible. And then finally, I would like to thank once again each and every one of you for coming to this event. I am so excited to share this season with you and with your children. We are so fortunate. We're going to sing one last piece. This features soloist Amelie Brereton.